this is your first time to the channel, welcome to the barbecue. My name's Jeff. I'm your chef. I keep the grill hot. We always cooking around here.
I knew sooner or later I would come across this video. I'm gonna let this man cook.
Shout out to the angry man for dropping that for me. I appreciate that, bro. He was checking out one of my old videos from back in the day, and he was like, man, he reviewed it, and people was loving it. So I appreciate when other content creators grab some of my content and review it. But today, we're doing another London broil. Yep, we're reviewing some. I found a video from 2 years ago. He was 26 years old, and he was still up to what he's doing today. This man has not changed in over 2 years. When you hear what he's saying in this video, you're going to realize what Hannah got is a habit. This man is not growing into anything different than what he's already been. Leo's mom saw that. She dipped out. The other girls he was dating saw that. They dipped out. They don't even feel bad. They're like, no, we good. You take them off our hands. This dude was 26 years old in the same predicament he's in now, bragging about it. Wait till you hear this.
How have we survived living in low-income housing for the last 4 years? Well, I survived for the last 4 years. You know why? Because you only 3 years old. I forgot. So you only been surviving for the last 3 years.
If you don't know, kids listen to everything you saying. They repeat everything you say. They take that into their bodies, into their souls. So this dude is sitting there indoctrinating his son right off the bat, surviving, not living, not existing, surviving. And that's a struggle kind of energy right there. Surviving. We surviving. We surviving. What did Hannah say when she was riding the car with him? Oh, yeah, he teaching me how to survive. He teaching me how to make it in this world. He's saying it's not an easy world. It's struggle. He teaching me how to survive. Yeah, this is real life. This is real. This is what he does. He's been doing this way before he even met Hannah. He probably did it with every girl he's dated. Oh, I'm going to teach you how to survive. No, you're not surviving. You're being less than a man. You're not working. You're not going out trying to create a life. You're barely clinging on to welfare and food stamps and low-income housing. I'm surviving, y'all. Look at how I survive. This ain't the wilderness, dog. You ain't on Survivor Island. You got to go out and get a job. You got to make money. You got to do something to get your life moving in a certain direction. Just to walk around, oh, I'm surviving, and putting that into your kid's head already. He's going to feed off of that energy. He's going to grow up a little hood kid thinking, oh, I got to do what it takes to survive. Instead of saying, you know what? I want to thrive. I want to excel. Surviving is not that.
Low-income housing has been very, very, very helpful for me over the last 4 years of my life. Simply because I have a really hard time keeping a job. My work ethic at a job is very, very low.
I may not be able to hold a job, right? I ain't built for the 9-to-5 grind because I hate authority. I hate for people to tell me what to do.
I've been that way ever since I was 18 years old, but I've literally worked over 100 jobs in my entire life.
So he's 26 in this video, saying he's been like this since he was 18 years old. Now, 18 to 26 is 8 years. Over 100 jobs in 8 years. That's about what? Almost 14 jobs a year? That's average about a job a month. So if you're running about 13, 14 jobs a year, that's about a job a month. That's at every 3 weeks. He quits every 3 weeks to be able to keep his low-income housing because you done got to report it after 3 weeks. He told us that in another video I reviewed. He said if you hold a job for 3 weeks, you ain't got to report that income. And then he says you have to make at least minimum of $200 a month in order to report it. So it's got to be $200 a month and you got to work for at least 3 weeks. That's what he said. Now, I don't know how low income works, but he changes his stories all the time. So for all I know, he's lying just to keep committing fraud. He's had 100 jobs in the past 8 years. Hannah, this dude been like this. You were dating somebody who was scared of commitment, who doesn't believe in commitment, who doesn't believe in giving himself to something beneficial. He's living by the seat of his pants, taking advantage of systems. This is who you married. This is the guy you married. This is not something that he's just going through over the past year. No.
Ain't no fucking way.
When your dad was warning you about the type of man that can't take care of you, I mean, this dude can't even take care of himself.
You, want to call your parents?
8 years, 100 jobs, still living on low income. He ain't ready for no marriage. This ain't a man you married. This is who you married.
A year and a half ago, I moved here, right? This is my new low income apartment, and this one is really, really nice, right? I love it here. And this is very, very helpful for me because if I'm not working, my rent is $0, right? And my utilities are paid for me. They send me a reimbursement check every single month to pay my DTE bill and my consumer's bill. That's my light and my heat bill, right? And not only that, but I'm also eligible for food stamps. I get 516 of those a month if I'm not working. And I'm also eligible for cash assistance that I get $403 a month if I'm not working.
I'm full time on YouTube now.
This dude is a classic leech off of a system. He is exactly what Martin Luther King worried about. Once you have welfare in our community, you're going to get lazy men who don't want to work, men who get comfortable living like this, men who don't want to take care of their families, but they want to sit around like women being taken care of by the government. This dude is like a woman. He wants the government to take care of him. He don't have pride in being a man, pride in going out having a job, pride in making money, bringing money home. He's like a woman. He wants somebody to pay his bills. And, oh, I get my bills paid. I don't got to go out and get work. No, they send me a reimbursement check and everything. I ain't got to. No man wants to live like that. No real man. Now, the type of man he is, I don't get it. I really don't. Like I said, that whole generation of sitting around, not doing nothing, not being a benefit, but wanting to be on benefits. I don't get that. I was so happy to go out. I was working at a skating ring when I was a kid. I was like in the 7th, 8th grade working at a skating ring. I was wanting to make money. I was going out cleaning skates. We were sweeping the floors. We got the skate for free and we got paid. This is what I wanted to do when I was young. To see grown ass men with children trying to marry people and have kids with them who don't want to work, sitting around bragging about they living on low income, they getting food stamps. I ain't got to work. I even get my rent paid. I get my bills paid. This is how I'm living. This is real nice. This is real nice. That ain't no man.
The help is there if I need it. And that's what I tell people, right? Some people might think that people who live in low income and depend on the government are lazy and things like that. And some people are. Some people get comfortable and depend on it for long term. But I look at it as help when it's needed, right? Because when I need it, it's there, especially with my bad reputation of keeping a stable job.
I'm consistent at doing my own thing. I'm consistent at making my own money. I'm starting to realize I really got a problem, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I think I was just interested in the idea of the content around it, you know, and that's the realest I can be with y'all, bro.
I may not be able to hold a job, right? I ain't built for the 9-to-5 grind because I hate authority. I hate for people to tell me what to do. I think that's my biggest issue with a job itself, and the fact that I gotta be somewhere at a certain time and leave at a certain time. I don't like for my life to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? I don't like for my money to be in control of one person, of one employer. I don't want my life and my livelihood to depend on one employer. You know what I'm saying?
I can be everything you want in a man. I can change up. You feel me? I could keep a job. I could be stable. I can provide for my family. I was talking real good. And she was open to it too. I know she was.
So essentially, he don't need to be in low income. He sets himself up in low income on purpose because he don't want to pay bills. I mean, he says it all the time. I don't want to pay bills. I don't want to have a job. I don't see myself working a 9-to-5. I just want to try to live my dream life. Your dream life is sitting on welfare for 4, 5, 6 years. That's a dream life. While you chase a career in YouTube, that's your dream life. Now, the whole time you was doing that, you could have been making $1,000 a week, $1,500 a week, every single week doing Instacart, DoorDash, whatever gig work, making way more money than what you was making doing whatever YouTube money you was making. You was getting like $100 back then. I think he said he was getting $30 to $100 a month back then on YouTube. You could have been making $1,500 a week. That's what, $6,000 a month. So you would rather make $100 a month on YouTube chasing content, living in low income, than getting $6,000, $6,000. And even if they said we're gonna charge you 30% of your rent to live in low income, they got a ceiling at like $1,100-$1,200. So you making 6 G's, paying $1,100-$1,200. So you still got over $4,000 sitting there. What, $4,800 sitting there? $4,800 you got just sitting in front of you. $4,800 every month. But you choose to live in zero income, getting $100 a month off of YouTube, getting your bills paid for by the state. This is how backwards that dude thinks. Oh, it's for people that need it. It's for people that need it. No, it's for uneducated, lazy-ass idiots. That's what it's really for.
Especially with me being a father. Now, speaking of that, being a dad, right? My son was born 3 years ago. And when he was born, me and his mom had moved into our first apartment, which was also low income. And that low income apartment, the one before here, that one was really bad, right? It was just bad living conditions. It was in a bad area. It just wasn't really a good place to live, right? But it was still helpful because at that low income apartment, my rent was only $25 a month if I wasn't working, but I didn't have no utilities there. Even if I was working or not at the other one, I had no utilities. So that was kind of cool there. But here, I like it even better because my rent is zero if I'm not working and my utilities are paid for me.
This lazy ass dude is basing his entire existence on how much rent is and how much utilities get paid. That's what he's basing on. He's not talking about going out making money, potentially saving up to buy a house. Nothing like that. It's always like, well, I'm trying to get as close to zero rent as I can, so I just keep quitting my jobs. And then they pay all my utilities, so I got a lot of utilities. Man, it feels good not to have bills. But yet, he's about to claim bankruptcy. He's got all these bad bank accounts he's had for years. He said, ever since I was a teen, I've been messing up my credit since I was a teen. How do you not have rent? Zero rent. You don't have utilities, but you still got bad credit on top of that. Make that shit make sense. You don't have no bills to have bad credit. You have no rent, no utilities, and you still got bank accounts drawn into the negative. You're just an idiot at this point.
And it's a better apartment. So somebody told me that every apartment complex has to have at least 30% of their apartments low income. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, that's crazy. That means that there's even more low-income housings everywhere. You just have to go look for them and start applying. If you don't have a place to stay, right? Say if you living with a family member or a friend or something like that, technically you're homeless. If you actually put homeless on your application, then they'll kind of make you a priority to get you in one. I believe that's how it works.
Anybody out there who's listening to channels like this, you settling down. You're not settling up. You're not raising up. You're not excelling up. You're settling down. And this is what this dude likes. He loves to pull people down. Low vibration people will bring you down. This dude is trying to get you, instead of you going out, looking for a better job, trying to find resources to get actual money. He's saying, no, just be broke. Just be homeless and you get a nice place like this. I ain't never heard of that. Like I said, I grew up in the hood and all I did my whole life was try to get out. I just made enough money to try to get out. 17 years old, I finally got out of the hood, went straight to college at 17. I wasn't even 18 yet. I had to get my aunt to sign all my college paperwork because I wasn't 18 yet. She was my legal guardian. You can't, if you 18 and you in college, you cannot sign your own documents. They won't let you. My aunt had to sign all my documents. They was like, you're only 17? Yeah. Damn, okay. We need somebody to sign all this for you. Well, my aunt can do it. I was getting out of the hood at all costs. There was no settling down. There was no going back down. This dude is in his 20s. In this video, he's 26 years old. Still living like he's 13, 14, 15, talking about poverty, living in debt, trying to be low. Oh, you just go out there and don't pay no bills. This is cool. Living like this is good. Anybody listening to shit like this, you deserve where you end up in life. That's why I don't even feel sorry for people like this. They put themselves in these predicaments thinking it's a come up to be broke. This is how poverty content goes. I don't feel sorry for none of these motherfuckers. None of them.
And the reason I'm so open about my situation and about me living in low income housing is because it's life. Everybody's situation is different, right? There is no shame in my game at all because it's help that's needed. Bro, I was dumpster diving in this mug yesterday, right? And that's how a lot of people should look at low income housing, as help, as a stepping stone.
It's not a stepping stone after 5 or 6 years of living in low income. At that point, it's a lifestyle. See, this is the bullshit he likes selling people on his channel. Oh, I don't mind telling y'all my living situation. It's just a stepping stone. He's going to be in low income for the rest of his life. He was trying to get Hannah in low income. Can you put my wife on the list too? Can you get her on the list? That's his shit. It's a lifestyle. Ain't no stepping stone. This dude don't want to be out working hard to pay bills. He don't want no bills. Because if he says if he have no bills, he ain't got to get a job. That's the way he's looking at life. He don't want to be a benefits of society. He want to get benefits out of society. Sitting in low income, talking about some, oh, it's as needed.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Technically, this is low income / regular apartment anyways, because if I'm working a solid 40 hours a week, my rent go up to market rate anyways, which brings me to my next point. Low income housing is a really big help for a lot of people, but it can also make you feel very, very stuck in your situation. And that's one of the main issues that I have with low income housing is that when you start working a job, they will base your rent off of 30% of your gross income, which a lot of the time, depending on if you're working full time, it can make your rent really, really high.
Now, see, you got to realize what he considers really, really high. Anything over $100 to him is really, really high. If you've got to pay $300 a month, $500 a month, that's really, really high to him. See, I paid $2,600 a month one time in rent. $2,600. I was paid that for about 4 months straight. I was renting 2 houses at the same time. Paid it because I was renting 2 houses at the same time. I needed 2 houses at that point. Now I'm paying $1,500 for a house. It's nothing. The highest his rent can go with his 40-hour week jobs and stuff like that, it's probably $700, $800. That's it. $700, $800 a month is all you're gonna have to pay. But to him, that's really, really high because it's more than zero. If it's too much over zero, $100 I can pay. $25, $30 I can pay. Oh, $200, $300? Oh, that's really, really high. This dude don't want to pay for shit. Free is like the word of the day for him. He was trying to get married to Hannah. What did he ask to do? Well, do y'all charge to marry people or is it free? Motherfucker, what do you think?
Right? And I've experienced this last year. Like I started working a job as a custodian, making $17 an hour, right? And they put my rent up to $890, right? Which was effective that very next month. They gave me 30 days before they adjusted my rent. But when it came to that time, like I wasn't able to afford it. So I had to quit that job for them to put my rent back down because I don't know what happened, but I just wasn't able to afford $890 when it came time to pay that rent.
He's cheap. He could have paid that shit. Think about it. He was making $17 an hour. The rent was only $890 a month. Now, 30 days of that only comes out to $30 a day. $30 a day is $900 a month. 30 times 30, $900 a month. So he was making $17 an hour. It wouldn't even take him 2 hours a day to cover his rent. The other 6 hours he could pocket. So 2 hours a day was his rent. Every day he worked, 2 hours a day was rent. Then you good. Instead, he was like, oh, $890, I can't pay that. I need to be back to zero. I got to quit my job. So he gonna quit a job to go all the way back down to zero, not working, not making no money, not putting nothing in his pocket, not taking care of himself, sitting on welfare, all because he don't want to pay $30 a day to live in his apartment. Think about it. He don't want to pay $30 a day to live in his apartment. It's too much. This is too high. $30 a day, oh, that shit's too high. Oh, hell no, I can't pay that. $890 a month, shit, man, that's too high. I can't pay that shit, it's too high. He's a fucking cheapskate, and he's lazy on top of that. If somebody told me, Jeff, we're going to charge you $30 a day for your house, I'm like, where do I sign up? $30 a day? That's all you charge me, $30 a day. $30 a day. What his ass sitting there saying? Oh, it's too high. I get $30 a day. I'm only making $17 an hour. Bro, that's not even 2 hours. You making $34 in 2 hours. You making $30 and probably after taxes and everything, you're probably taking home $29, $30 every 2 hours. So your first 2 hours, rent's paid. Every day you go to work, your first 2 hours is rent. The next 6 hours is all you. What's so hard to see about that? He's not good at math, which is why his ass is going through chapter 7s, chapter 13s, all these bank accounts in the negative and shit like that. Dude has no idea how to do math. $30 a day is too much for him to pay for an apartment. Unreal.
You dusty. Hey, Dusty. Damn, Dontay London, Dusty.
And I honestly felt like that was crazy.
What the fuck was that? Did y'all see that? This motherfucker, like I said, he's very feminine. Very feminine. Hannah, I hope you're watching. You got another woman in the house with you. This motherfucker said, and. Like, who talks like that? What man does that? And. Covers their mouth and shit. And. Oh my God. I can't believe. My Starbucks was icy cold. Oh my God. This motherfucker.
And I honestly felt like that was crazy, right? And that I was very, very upset about that because I feel like low income housing is designed to make people just live low income. I've literally had to quit multiple jobs because of that reason, right?
That is called welfare fraud. Right there is welfare fraud. He said, oh, low income is designed to keep people living in low income. I keep quitting multiple jobs just so I can keep living here. That's welfare fraud. Willful unemployment is when you quit jobs or get fired on purpose in order to maintain welfare benefits. He's admitting that shit right on record. If the state got a hold of these videos, they would be like, wait a minute. So you saying you quit your jobs just to be able to stay in low income? Yeah. So you're doing this on purpose? Yeah, because it's designed for that. I don't got to pay no rent as long as I don't have a job. That's what it's designed for. You idiot. This is designed to help you while you're out working. This is designed to help you. Only 2 hours of your day is towards your rent. The rest of your damn day is money you could be stacking to pay your other bills. But you quitting a whole damn job just to stay here. That's willful unemployment.
Because I just wasn't able to afford my rent. And it's like, we are in low income for a reason. Like, why are y'all making rent so high? So I honestly felt like,
you hear that motherfucker voice go high when he said, why y'all making rent so high up in this? We in low income. How you gonna make rent so high? What the hell you doing up in here? We got low income. That means we got low income, little bitty income. We don't got big income. We can't pay this. Why y'all making it so high? Oh my God, I can't pay this. Go get a fucking job. How about that? Low income is to give you a crutch for a little while, not for 6 years. Not for 10 years, a little bit. Now, if he's been living in low income since he was 22 and he's 28 right now, and he's still trying to get back in low income, that's 6 years he's trying to defraud the system because he don't want to get a job. I'm telling you, at some point, the government's going to crack down on people like him, and you could be forced to repay that shit back.
it's designed that way. And that's why I feel like a lot of people kind of feel stuck when they're in low income housing, right? And including myself. I feel like I should at least be a little bit further than I am in terms of my financial situation. But it's just like, I don't know. But either way, you know, I'm still figuring it out and everything, but I'm still grateful that I'm able to live.
That seems to be the number one phrase this dude uses all the time. I'm going to figure it out. Remember when him and Hannah, after they got through talking to her parents about the whole wedding thing, what did he say? Oh, I'm going to figure it out. You ain't figuring shit out.
At a very, very, very affordable price majority of the time, especially when I'm not working, right?
I ain't built for the 9-to-5 grind, cause I hate authority. I hate for people to tell me what to do.
Which also brings me to my next point is that, bro, I was dumpster diving in this mug yesterday. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be in low income housing. I told myself I want to be out of low income housing by the end of this year, but trying to be realistic, it might be a little longer than that. Just because I really want to get my financial situation right. And I want to be able to afford, you know, wherever I decide to move to after here and not have to worry about money, and I can live comfortable.
A few moments later.
You want to call your parents? Right. And low income housing is allowing me to live very, very comfortable and worry free. Right. And I think low income housing can be a good option for a lot of people. An ordinary person like you, come here, like you.
I think I'm thinking about probably just filing like a bankruptcy, like chapter 7 or 13, I don't really know which one, but
I just try to take advantage of the situations that I'm in, like get all the help that I'm receiving, you know, take advantage of that and be able to get myself in the right position where I need to be.
Hannah, I'm pretty sure he sold you all this same shit, getting you into the right position, which is how you moved into his low-income apartment with him, because he needed you to come in with some of your income to help him get into a better position. Because, see, he wasn't working. You was working. He was just kind of fucking around, you know, every once in a while, maybe doing some DoorDash or something, working on his content, trying to get his content to pop. But he's always trying to take advantage of a situation, just like he said. He means that shit when he says it. When you hear somebody say, I'm just going to take advantage of a situation, it ain't the only situation they talking about. They might be talking about taking advantage of you, too.
I think I was just interested in the idea of the content around it, you know, and that's the realest I can be with y'all, bro.
To live a stable, comfortable life and not have to worry about money, not have to worry about struggling and paying the bills. That's what low income housing is for. Help people get to where they need to be in life without struggling.
Well, I'm sorry, Einstein, but if you don't hold a job, you're going to struggle. You're not going to be stable with your bills. So to sit up there and say, oh, low income helps you stabilize your life, you feel more stable in low income, because you ain't paying no damn bills. You're on welfare. The government's paying everything. You got zero rent. They giving you all the money for your bills and power and shit. So what do you got to pay? Nothing. You just go out, drum up some money on YouTube or like Instacart, don't report it as long as you don't work for 3 weeks. That's your idea of stability. This is what Mr. McCurtis was talking about. You don't have your shit together. Still to this day, you think like this. That was back in what, 2024, 2023, what you saying this shit. You still think like that. Married to his daughter. Oh, stability is being in low income. Stability is making sure our bills are low so we can use our money for whatever we want to use it for. Money is used to pay bills. If you don't want to go out and get a job and you don't want to go out and pay bills, don't drag nobody else into your bullshit. Because you're going to sit up there and try to feed shit into everybody's head. Oh, this is what we do. We just stay on welfare, stay in low income. All the money we make, we can live like go buy nice shit, take trips, do what we want to do YouTube content. We don't got to worry about paying nothing. Just stay on welfare our whole life. You're going to turn motherfuckers into ghetto queens and shit. You already a ghetto queen your damn self.
Shouldn't be living check to check, right? You should have money to spend. You should have money to live comfortably, to have the things that you want. A lot of people that I know can't live comfortably.
Because that's what it feels like when your ass don't have a job. You don't have money to spend. You're sitting around all the time waiting on your next hustle to come through so you got money to spend. Maybe you learned something after all this shit, but here we are in 2025 and you still ain't learned shit. You still doing the same shit. You still walking out of jobs after 2 hours, 3 hours, walking into companies, sitting, listening to somebody arguing and just leaving. Ooh, I got that content. I got this lady yelling about the job, how she hate the job and this and that, and they trying to fire her. Man, this is good content. You still doing that shit in 2025. So yeah, when you saying, oh, well, people shouldn't work just to pay bills. People should have money to spend. That means you got to work. If your ass ain't working and you ain't smart with your money, guess what? You're going to end up broke. But you running around on welfare thinking welfare is the ticket. That's why you're not a man. You're not marriage material. You ain't husband material. You welfare material. That shit's different.
And bankruptcy, I guess, at this point in my life, I already got a lot of mistakes that I made as a teenager, a lot of past due bank accounts, and messed up my credit a lot as a teenager. And now, leaving my apartment and all of that is I think is necessary for this point in my life to go ahead and file a bankruptcy. I'm only 28 years old, so.
This dude been talking that financial nonsense shit for how many years now? Since he was probably 18. I mean, he's 26 in this video. This was 2 years ago. Still talking that same bullshit. And yet here we are in 2025 with him talking about filing bankruptcies. He got all these financial issues in his life and everything. But when he makes these trash ass, dumpster ass videos, he's telling y'all, oh, y'all should be in low income. It's good because it's going to help you with your money. You're going to have a lot of more money to spend. You're going to have money to do things. You're going to be worried about bills or nothing like that because you on welfare. It's going to be amazing. You guys don't get it. I'm so stable. I'm so comfortable. You've been on welfare your whole life except for the past probably, 4 months, 6 months? And now you're going to sit up there and talk about my life is going to be stable. Well, if that was the case, it would have been stable before you fucked it all up because you was always in low income housing. You was always on welfare. So you shouldn't have bankruptcy. You shouldn't have bad bank accounts. You shouldn't have all these issues you didn't have when you was a teenager and all that shit. That's because you're not good with money. And the advice you're giving people on these trash ass videos is bad advice. It's got you to where you are right now. Sitting in your mom's basement, scratching your head, talking about chapter 7s and 13s and shit at 28 years old. All the shit you spitting, these videos need to come down. That's what I'm saying. You got trash ass content. Content need to take down because they going to end up in the same position your ass is in, following the advice you got, thinking, oh man, this dude's a YouTuber. I'm going to do what he do. I'm going to keep job hopping. I'm going to quit. I'm going to have 100 jobs in 6 years. Dumbest shit I ever heard.
Right? It's always bills, 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 bills. And I get it. It's life, right? But if you was in a situation to where you can actually stack up your money and, for the most part, like things would be better for you. So I don't know.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
I'm gonna probably go ahead and get my storage unit. My mom even offered to help pay for my storage unit. I think I'm thinking about probably just filing like a bankruptcy, like chapter 7 or 13. I don't really know which one, but
like I said, woofing all that advice, woofing all that bullshit. Things should be better for you. I mean, you've been living in low income for how many years now? Things should be better for you. You should be rolling in the dough according to your philosophy. You ain't got no bills. You ain't got none of that shit. Your rent was zero almost the whole time, or it was $25, or it was $100, or it was $30. Then when you started getting YouTube money, it went up to $500. Then when they decided that when you got $3,900, they put it at $1,200, and you said, "Oh, that's too much. $1,200 is too much. I'm just gonna move into a luxury apartment." Created more bills with no job, no stability with YouTube. You're horrible with fucking money. Horrible. When you looking at bankruptcies and shit at 28 years old, how much debt can you possibly have at 28 years old? You ain't even got college loans out. You don't have anything going for yourself. You just got a truck. So it ain't like you had debts way before that had to do with cars and shit. Now here you are sitting at 28 years old, about chapter 7 and 13. But 2 years ago, you whipping all this shit on YouTube to all these impressionable minds, calling yourself an influencer, influencing people to, hey, go live in low income. You're going to have so much more money. It's going to make your life so easy. You're going to have no bills. You're going to stack all your money. Man, it's a great idea. And here we are now.
I'm consistent at doing my own thing. I'm consistent at making my own money.
You wanna call your parents? I'm full-time on YouTube now.
Ain't no fucking way.
I was dumpster diving the other day in this mug.
Like I said, this is a cautionary tale for all you young people out there. If you're meeting people out dating, make sure you check their social media. If say, hey, you got IG, you got Facebook, you got something, go through all their old shit. Don't just look at the new stuff they posting. Go back a year, go back 2 years. Get the logic of the person you dealing with. You got a historical figure sitting in front of you. They gonna lie to you, BS you, to get you to think they're a certain way. But when you look at the history of who they are, this guy's going back 2, 3, 4 years, exactly the same. 18 years old to 26 years old. He's had over 100 jobs. How do you have over 100 jobs in 8 years? And to this day, in 2025, he's still doing the same shit. When you look at somebody's history, you will learn who they are. You will not take them seriously if they've never been a serious person. To sit there and get engaged to somebody like this, then to marry somebody like this is now on your record now. All their fuck-ups is now your fuck-ups now. Their liabilities become your liabilities now. The lack of hustle, the lack of stability, all of that shit bleeds into your family now. So you're sitting here with this guy on the couch and you know you don't have faith in his ass because he don't got faith in himself. Look at everything he's been doing. You think he's gonna change? Just like he said with his baby's mom.
The other day, I want to tell y'all this too. The other day, I was on the phone with his mama, right? I was on the phone with his mama. I was in my feelings that day too, right? I was in my feelings. So I had told her, I'm like, look, I want to get back together. I can be everything you want in a man. I can change up. You feel me? I could keep a job. I could be stable. I can provide for my family. I was talking real good. And she was open to it too. I know she was.
I may not be able to hold a job, right? I ain't built for the 9-to-5 grind. Cause I hate authority. I hate for people to tell me what to do. I think that's my biggest issue with a job itself. And the fact that I gotta be somewhere at a certain time and leave at a certain time. I don't like for my life to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? I don't like for my money to be in control of one person, of one employer. I don't want my life and my livelihood to depend on one employer. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so driven to be self-employed like I am.
Oh, you know, I could do this, I could do that. She was like, man, if you don't get your ass off my phone, quit playing games with me. Click, hung up on his ass. If this is your first time at the barbecue, go on have a seat and let me make your plate. We still related because your baby mama, mother, brother steady calling me cuz we at the barbecue. Let me get a rib in the plate. It's like a black block party and I'm showing the lake. I'm in my Beamer. Grandpa be giving me pound. Looking at my stock wheels, you know how we get down. Come and gather round, skin tone and different complexion. Niecy hug a baby looking like a mama reflection. Resurrection of the realest, illest. We be the old heads, pour us wiggle liquor on the ground for our folks dead. I ain't even tripping off the drama Uncle Joe said. Better do them dishes, get you slapped across your forehead. Stunting in my pro kids, running with kids. Left the streets for the sweets, now I'm running the biz. I'm the whiz, scarecrow like Mr. Michael Jackson. If you looking for that work and I'm looking for that action, you can ease on down to the yellow brick road. Once I get to going in, then you better hold on. I'm that old school killer, lyrically a machete, defying every lion coming out the Serengeti. Hey, pass me that spaghetti, I ain't done with it yet. You better ask somebody, you ain't ready for jet. I'm that old school chef. Catch me grilling while I'm looking all around up in the spot. Now I got you suckers cooking at the barbecue. Go and grab you a plate. On Teresa chocolate cake, got you watching your weight. We at the barbecue. I done told you before, I'm about to drop this mic and get a plate to go. We at the barbecue. Shout out to all the new subscribers out there, dropping on the channel, knowing how we cook around here, enjoying just laughing, clapping, having a good time. I appreciate it. Every time you get to the end of one of my videos, I'll always have something nice for you to listen to. Cruise on out. We at the barbecue. We at the barbecue. This is how we do. We at the barbecue. Marcus Burry, always in the cut. Go check my man out on TikTok. He always dropping something new. Man, I love his productions. Always smooth and always old school, baby.